5 ways to set yourself up for a raise. Who does not want a raise? I think we would all appreciate that. I mean, you're working hard already, so let's make sure your efforts are resulting in more income for you. That's good, right? Before we dive in, though, I want to quickly introduce myself if we have not met yet before. Hi, my name is Aimee Circa. I am the Money Confidence Coach and founder of Money Masters Inner Circle. So I help you to ditch financial stress so that we can create confidence in your ability to solve the money problem. You can stop living paycheck to paycheck, actually create those options you're looking for to do more with your family, that financial security so that you can take care of your family and build true wealth, which is not just making an extra $500 a month, which does help because that's what we're talking about. 5 ways to set yourself up for a raise today, but just making income is not everything. So let's do this. 5 ways to make sure that you're setting yourself up for a raise. Let me know as we dive into these if you've seen results from any of these 5 different strategies, because they might be a little bit different than what you're expecting, okay? First one is taking care of yourself. Yes, taking care of yourself will set you up to help you get a raise. And why? When we show up and we are taking care of ourselves, we avoid that burnout and overworking. Yeah, maybe working 80 hours a week for a long period of time might maybe get yourself a raise, but it's also a recipe for burnout. So if we don't make the time to take care of yourself, even if you are working long hours, you can still make time to make sure you take a day off, to unplug, to take care of yourself. Self-care, all of those things is really important, not just like a cliche thing. If we actually truly take care of ourselves, your health is included as well. You're going to be able to show up better at work, and that's going to be noticed because you know what? You're not going to be burned out. You're going to be excited to be there. You're going to be healthy. You're not going to be taking those sick days all the time. It works out better and it's going to look better for you. So taking care of yourself, first way to set yourself up for a raise. The second way to set yourself up for a raise is the way that you show up for work with your attitude. If we show up from a place of ownership and, okay, if this company was yours, what would you do to help make things better? What would you do? What pride would you take in it? What initiatives would you do? Would you show up early? We'll get to that in a minute. What things would you do if you had that skin in the game of it being your company? If you're an employer. Now, if you are a business owner and you're looking to get a raise, yeah, again, with our attitude, how we show up, it definitely affects it. So making sure that we show up with a positive attitude, even if we are having a rough day. Yes, that happens. And it's real. Like, that's really what happens. But we can choose to show up in a way that's still going to positively reflect on us, even if that means like maybe we're not as communicative that day because you're needing some more internal space to deal with whatever's going on for you. But showing up in that positive go-getter attitude is definitely a way to help you set yourself up for a raise. So that's number 2. The third one is work hard. So many people will do just the minimum they can to get by, like the minimum requirements, just enough to not get fired. So if that's not you and you do work hard and you take pride in your work and you do your best effort and you work like with intention, you'll get stuff done faster as well. But that's going to be noticed as well because you're the person that's doing the work, but it's also doing good work. It's not just like, again, the bare minimum to get by. So taking pride in your work, and it kind of goes back into number 2 is like the attitude and how we're approaching things if you had that ownership in the company. But third strategy to set yourself up for a raise there is your work ethic, working hard, not just doing the bare minimum to get by so you don't get fired. We're going to do good, honest work here. You're going to set yourself up for a raise faster than you think, okay? The fourth one is organize and tidy up. So if you've got a desk area, if you have workspace, any of those things, if it's constantly a mess. Now, I understand there are some personality types, that is how you thrive, is with the mess and all of that. So maybe you just make it the goal at the end of the day that you organize and tidy up because it looks more professional. It looks like you're ready to go. It looks like you take the pride in your work and like you take it seriously. So even if you like the messy space, make it a priority to organize and clean up at the end of the day. If you can function with the organized space, just keeping it tidy, minimalist. We got screaming kids already. And dogs too, okay? Roxy, stop scratching. Having less is more. We don't have to have a cluttered desk, a cluttered workspace, minimalistic space. It looks clear, clean, and it's easier to be able to work for most of us. So keeping that tidy space. If it's a big mess right now, just pick one section at a time to focus on cleaning. If you set the goal to clean an entire space that is really messy right now, it's not going to happen. Pick one thing at a time and work on it in small incremental steps. Okay, that was the fourth way to set yourself up for a raise. So organizing and tidying up. The fifth and last one, which is kind of funny that I made it last, but it's punctuality and attentiveness. So punctuality, showing up on time. Probably heard the saying before, like on early is on time and on time is late. Don't think that you need to be super early for work. I think you need to be there when you're supposed to be there, but it's also not like sliding in the door at the last second. We need to be ready to go when we're supposed to be ready to go. We have screaming kids. We're going to keep this fast. And again, attentiveness is going to go back to taking care of what you already have and the space around you, being attentive to what needs to be cleaned up, what needs to be done, what needs to be taken care of. And that, again, that go-getter mentality is going to make a big difference for you. So before we quickly recap, once you get that raise, what are you going to do with it? The Financial Action Guidebook is set up to help you jumpstart your finances quickly. This is going to help you figure out what happened when you've set financial goals and they didn't work out, so that you can actually set financial goals that you can attain and know what goals to actually set. That's so much of the problem, is we find that money, it should be just like a common sense thing. Like, right, we should know this already. We should know how this works. Or maybe you're saying, I do know how this works. But if we don't set the intention to be able to work and do more, and you're not achieving those financial goals and not seeing the progress that you're looking for, maybe it's time to check and see where the process might be off. Kind of course correct type thing. So the Financial Action Guidebook is for you. If you want to set financial goals you can actually achieve, and be able to do more. Like we talked about, having those options, be able to take your family on a vacation if you want to, or a staycation, or upgrade new furniture, or whatever that might look like. Sometimes it's just knowing the comfort of knowing if something happened, you would be able to take care of your family. And that's huge in and of itself. So Financial Action Guidebook. If you want the guidebook and you haven't grabbed it already, comment guidebook in the comments. I'll make sure to get that to you so you can jumpstart your finances and set financial goals that you can actually achieve, which is awesome. And let's recap here real quick. The 5 ways that you can set yourself up for a raise. The first one was taking care of yourself, mental health and your physical health. It's really important, making yourself a priority. Number 2, your attitude and how you show up like you have that investment in the company, approaching it as you would if you had ownership in the company. The third one was working hard, not just doing the bare minimum to get by. The fourth one was organizing and tidying up, keeping a clean workspace, a space that looks presentable. And then the last one was being punctuality, and attentiveness. So being aware of your surroundings. And again, just doing that little bit above and beyond shows that you really care about the company and the work that you do there. So make sure to let me know in the comments below which one of these 5 strategies have you tried before and it's worked for you. Always love hearing those success stories. And which one are you going to try next? We'll see you next Wednesday for another episode of Money Mastery with Aimee. Bye. Hey there, I hope that you found this video helpful and valuable. And especially if you did, I've got a special gift that I would love to get to you. And what this is I have a financial action guidebook to help you jumpstart your finances quickly. So have you ever hit a goal or set a financial goal and then didn't hit it and didn't quite know why? Like, where was the hole? What happened? What went wrong? And if you want to be able to efficiently, effectively set goals that you can actually attain in your finances so you can move forward in your finances. Because I know if you were taking the time to watch this video, you are somebody who wants to make a change. And I know that you can do that. And this guidebook is going to help you walk through those steps on how you can set those goals that you can actually achieve. So I would love to get this into your hands. And depending on where you're watching this video, the link is either going to be located in the description below or above, somewhere in the description. The link's going to be listed, or you can go directly to aimecirca.com/guidebook. Get your hands on that financial action guidebook to jumpstart your finances quickly, and we'll see you later. Bye.